rides and attractions, shows and songs. You are now tuned into the Disney Holic Show.
Hello and welcome to the Disney Holic Show. That's Jen Diz.
And that's Mike TV.
Today we board our own imaginary omnimover through Disney parks attractions and their memorable song lyrics. Then we look back at the legacy of Disney legend Richard M. Sherman. End of May. It's getting hot. I don't know where you are, but where I am right now, it is like almost 100 degrees, sweating. So you
It
might hear
got
my
hotter.
ice water glass clanking
Oh my
around. Stay
goodness.
hydrated.
Ooh, it is a beautiful 73 degrees here today. Sorry to rub it in.
Ooh, 73 sounds nice.
It is, it is. But hey.
Speaking of being hot and waiting around, I just saw more news and updates about the DAS program over
Oh
at
yeah?
Walt Disney World, where they're really cracking down on it. I remember last time we were thinking, you had noticed that at Disneyland, it's not too bad. But at Disney World now, they're getting really strict about the disability program. So a lot of people are back to waiting in lines. And I feel bad. There's a lot of people with disabilities or invisible disabilities that are complaining on TikTok. So everyone should go check that out. There's even a Facebook group called DAS Defenders, I think, and they're trying to get a petition to make it more inclusive. So,
It is a
oof,
weird turn, right? Like, because
yeah,
Disney, it's always so on top of being inclusive, and the DAS program is super important to a lot of people in order to create a comfortable space for people to even go to Disneyland. Some of these people that now can't get passes, I don't think can even manage a full day at Disneyland. So that's
yeah,
like that's an extreme jump for Disney, and I'm curious to see how it goes.
yeah, because they've lately been very hyper inclusive with everything.
Right.
And this is shocking me. If you look on the Disney World app and you go to the section where you would normally find an FAQ for someone with like mobile disability, it
Mm-hmm.
now says tips and recommendations. Practice waiting in line like before you go on your vacation. And it shows a little graphic of some person in a walker.
First of all, that's hecka rude. It's not like people don't know how to wait in
Yeah.
line.
I was shocked that, and I
Are
didn't
you
believe
for
it. I
reals?
saw it on someone's Instagram, so then I had to go navigate to the app, and yep, it is there. You
Practice waiting in line before. It's not a freaking marathon. It's not, they're not telling you to
gotta
like go
train.
training for Disneyland or Disney World.
It's really weird. And then they reworded
That's
the
pretty like obscene at that point.
obscene.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's offensive. On the DAS section, it very plainly states this is meant for a very limited number of guests that qualify. Like it tries to like get you. And then there's people who are posting about um their experience with the video chat now. And like, yeah, there's no way of getting it approved. Like people in wheelchairs. There was this one woman who has a heart condition where nothing happens, but she's afraid to stay in line that long and be in the middle and trapped if something happens to her heart. Uh, so yeah, they were like, nope, sorry. But there are some funny
Yeah.
memes. I gotta say, it might be too soon. But what I love about the Disneyholics and the Disney fan community, sometimes you could find the humor. I saw a lot of, okay, no offense to anybody, this is other people's posts, but IBS related uh
Yikes.
posts because IBS used to qualify. So if you have irritable bowel syndrome, you don't want to be in a long line. If you have to use the bathroom, you'd rather just wait near the bathroom or somewhere comfortable. So now they don't qualify. And it's like, all right, you get what you pay, you get what you ask. And they show like the poop emoji on like a Space
Stop.
Mountain vehicle. Oh,
Stop.
it's
Oh
too
my God,
funny.
stop. Wait, that's crazy. So yeah, I don't see this lasting. If they take down like it's hard to like give people something and then take it away in the first place, right?
Yeah.
Like just in general. And we all know that they are not allowed to take like doctor's notes or anything official for it, but there's got to be something else. Like, as if people have
Yeah.
real conditions, they should
Yeah.
be taken care of. Especially they've been doing this like as long as I can remember, in
Yeah.
some form or fashion. Not the DAS program, but there's also the one before was called like special assistance program. Like they had stuff
You'd stop at
happening
City
for
Hall and you'd get your pass.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And so they used to take care of people even back in, I don't know, early 2000s that I, as far as I can remember. So like,
And I think what's going to
that's weird.
hurt their reputation is if these videos keep coming out, a lot of people are connecting the dots to, the money hungriness of Disney because they're kind of pushing the people to go just
Oh,
get
to buy
Genie.
freaking
Yeah,
stop.
just go buy Genie and you know, and then also if you have mobility issues, just rent one of our wheelchairs. And people are complaining that the wheelchairs are expensive and they never have enough for the day. So people rent
Oh, I didn't even
outside.
think about that. Imagine all the people now need to get a wheelchair. They aren't even gonna be able to
Yeah.
supply them. Um,
Jeez Louise,
Crazy.
what a
I
mess.
remember I had this is one of my own moments, but I fell down the stairs at Tower of Terror at some point in my life, and the lady told me about, I don't remember what program it was at the time, but she told me, she's like, use the program, that way you don't have to like walk through the lines, because I could barely like move my leg correctly, like it was split open. I had to go to the ER. It was a whole thing. And I'm like, thanks for letting me know about that. But then they were telling me to get a wheelchair, and I'm like, listen, I'm by myself. Like I cannot, like, first of all, it cost, I think it was, even back then, that was like Tower Terror days was still around. So I think it was like $80 to rent a scooter.
Gosh.
It's expensive on top of that, right? So like you're paying for that. And then also like having, I've never ridden a scooter before. I'm gonna be killing people's ankles all day long. And it's just me. So I can't get like a regular wheelchair because I don't have muscle strength. So, like, I'll just wait in line. Thank you. But like this wasn't working out for the situation. But that's wild. Oh my gosh.
And I don't understand like why it would be different on at one resort, Disneyland, and then Disney World. Like what's different about it? I don't know.
Yeah, that makes no sense. If it was like international or something, then we've seen them do a lot of things differently, but not usually these two parks.
Yeah. So good
Weird.
luck to everyone out there who needs to find different ways to navigate the park. Hopefully they will
Right.
change this at some point.
Yep.
So when you said Tower of Terror, I just remembered this afternoon I was in the elevator in my apartment building and it like stopped between floors like
No.
6 and 7 and I'm on the 11th floor and it like the computer lady Siri voice or whatever, Scarlett Johansson was like, the elevator is no longer in service. And we're like, okay, we're in it, and we had all these Amazon packages
Oh
and
no.
I was like freaking out, and then I was like, Tower of Terror, Tower of Terror. And I was with three non-Disney people and they did not understand what I meant. Doesn't that
Like
suck?
what?
I was like, oh my God, Tower of Terror. But yeah, it sucks when people don't get
I've
your
heard
Disney
people bring up,
references.
I love when people bring up Tower Terror in elevators that are not near Disneyland, like anywhere. Like, I'm like, yes, somebody
Yep.
else gets it.
Uh,
Jokes.
anyways, neither of these are topics that we had planned for. Um, on today's episode, we want to talk about music, Disney parks attraction music, and then
You
Richard
could have
and
used a
Sherman.
segue.
Oh,
Speaking
shoot.
of Tower of Terror and other Disney park attractions.
Oh, there you go. Does Tower of Terror have a theme song? It doesn't,
No.
does it?
Mm-mm.
Interesting. Interesting. All right, so let's
Twilight Zone
play a
Tower Terror
game.
theme.
Not even like a score. Well, there must be like a score in the queue. Nothing that I can think of.
It's like old retro 40s music with like
Oh,
a
that's right.
spooky overlay
Yeah.
on it.
And then when we hear that music outside of the parks, sometimes you go, "Oh, it sounds like Tower Terror,"
Hmm.
like that old time music.
Yeah.
All right, so we are going to play a game.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Ooh.
All right, so the challenge is to finish the song lyric from a Disney park attraction, name the attraction, and for a bonus point, name the composer or musician. Oof, hard.
Wow, you guys, this might be the first challenge that I might actually be kind of good at. Knock on
Oh,
knock
okay.
on my desk here. I'm just setting myself up for failure. However, it does sound exciting because I feel like I kind of know that stuff. We'll see. I guess we'll see.
And I tried to make the missing lyric, some of them easy and some of them hard. But I think to your point, for you, you might know these all really well. So let's start with a very popular one.
Okay.
Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. We extort, we pilfer, we.
Pillage and sack. Drink up, me hearties, yo ho.
Okay, that is correct. But on the lyrics, it says we filch and sack. Is that a word?
Wait, hold on.
Did you say pillage?
Yeah, we ooh, it's not pillage, I think. I think I've always been saying that because it's the other place where it says we
It's,
pillage and plunder, we rifle
oh,
and
you're
loot.
right. Uh-oh, you only get half a point. It says we
What's the
pilfer,
word? I don't think I ever knew it. Fitch?
filch,
Stop trying to make filch
Filch.
happen.
And I don't know what that is. I looked on several lyric pages, and that's definitely what it is.
Filch and sack. My
Filch and
bad. Oh, man,
sack.
I already failed the first one.
Wow, I am
Okay.
very surprised.
And the composer,
Wait, the attraction.
attraction is Pirates of the Caribbean. And the composer is it Exitensio written for this one?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job. Yeah, as long as you name like someone who's listed on this credit thing, I'll give you the point. There's also another composer called George Bruns, and I thought it said George
Yes.
Burns. I was like,
I know.
wait,
I always
what?
think it's George Burns.
With this cigar?
I think he might have done the music and Exitensio did the lyrics.
Oh, okay.
I think.
George Bruns also did very popular song back in the day, The Ballad of Davy Crockett.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right. Next up, I'm going to keep reading them monotone so that you don't know what it is.
Just because you don't want to sing on the podcast.
Oh, I'll sing after. It's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of
Hope and a world of fears, which is so terrifying. It seems real melancholy. It's a small world after all. Do you
I'll
remember when
give
we did side note, big time? Do you remember when we did a video of us standing in front of Small World at nighttime and we're real like solemn faced and we read
Oh
the
my
lyrics to the
gosh.
song
Why did
just
we
like
do
you just
that?
did?
Yeah.
Because it sounds real dark, like I
Oh my
just
gosh, I
described.
remember that.
That was great.
Okay. On a technicality, you did not get the point, so I'll let you try one more time.
Oh, I was just making up words after that. Okay, fine.
Oh no, just the second sentence. So it's a world
Okay.
of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world
It's not a world of hope and a world of fear.
hopes and
Fears?
fears, plural, both plural.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't
whatever.
know, being an Alec Trebek because I thought you were really good at this. So trying
I
to make
do
it
watch
challenging.
Jeopardy, so I'll give you that. Fine.
What is a world of hopes and a world of fears? Okay, composers and attraction.
This is also interesting because hope and fear is also plural, right? But we also can call it hopes and fears and hope and
Hopes
fear.
if you have multiple hopes, or hope plural
It was
if it's
multiple hopes.
like a Care Bear stare of hope.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, composer, Sherman Brothers,
Ooh, yeah.
and It's a Small World.
And what are the names of the Sherman Bros?
Richard and Robert Sherman.
Yeah. So some other notable songs outside of the parks, and we'll talk about this later because we're gonna do a remembering of one of the Sherman brothers who passed, but supercalifragilisticexpialidocious and almost all the Mary Poppins songs. And if you're watching this on YouTube, we got some Mary Poppins concept art back here. And some other attractions that I'm not gonna say because they might show up in this game. Um,
Ooh.
all right, next up we have There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, just a dream away. Man has a
Dream, and that's the start. He follows his dream with mind and heart. And when it becomes a reality, It's a dream come true for you and me. So there's a great big beautiful, or it's a great big beautiful tomorrow. I always say theirs. I always mess that one up too on technicality. But I already finished the lyrics, so we're good.
You did the couple of lines after the pause. And I'm wondering if it is correct or not. Da, da, da. So it
Oh, did
goes,
I do it wrong
wait,
again?
man, you got man has a dream, and that's the start. Then do the other one.
He follows his dream with mind and heart. Is it dreams?
Uh-uh. No, yeah.
With mind
No,
and
dream
heart
is
is wrong?
correct. It's not mind.
With something in heart. What is it?
Oh, it is mind. You know what it is? I as I'm doing this, I'm checking other lyric pages. One of them was wrong and said will and heart.
No,
But
no, I would have told you
yeah,
immediately
that
that
didn't
was not
sound
correct.
right. Yours
Yeah, no,
sounded
it
right,
doesn't
so
roll off the tongue at
I
all.
was pausing on pressing the buzzer here.
Yeah.
So yes, you got it correct.
And that is Sherman Brothers as well
Yeah.
for the Carousel of Progress.
Yeah. Good one. All right. Zippity doo dah, zippity
Oh,
a.
shoot.
Plenty of sunshine heading my way. What are the next two lines?
Okay, zippity doo dah, zippity. Oh, shoot. I don't think I know this one. That's a weird part of the song. I don't, is it like too deep in it? I don't know it anymore.
It's a very memorable line once you hear it.
Plenty of sunshine headed my way. Da, 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 da. And it goes up or something, right? It's like the big epic line. Oh, shoot.
It kind of goes almost like a bridge. Here, I'll try to hum it. Okay, this is gonna be
Okay.
bad. So zippity doo dah, zippity a, plenty of sunshine heading my way, right? Zippity doo dah, zippity a. Mm, 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 mm.
Ooh, a little vibrato humming there. Um, I'm even more thrown off now, so you're
Oof.
gonna have to fill me
I'll
in.
give you
I
a
gotta fail on
clue.
this one.
I'll give you a clue. Twitter.
Twitter. Oh, the bluebird. Um, zippity doo dah, zippity a, plenty of sunshine heading my way. Zippity doo dah, zippity a. I don't know it. I don't know it.
Ooh, Mr. Bluebird's on my
Oh, wait.
shoulder.
Oh,
Ba, ba, ba,
okay.
ba.
I didn't realize we
Ba,
were
ba,
going on
ba.
to that part of the song. Got it.
Yeah, it like turns the whole.
Isn't that the very beginning of a verse though? Mr. Bluebird on my
My
shoulder.
shoulder.
It's okay. You didn't say you were gonna come in at the beginning of a verse.
Right? Yeah, you just
You
wherever
came in
it
halfway through it and you just expected me to figure it out. It's fine.
wherever it comes from, wherever it comes from. Okay, you can get points though with the attraction and perhaps the composers.
Okay, I definitely don't know the composers, but I know that that is from Splash Mountain, and the composers. Well, it was Disney, right? Song of the South was Disney in the 40s, 60s. When did Song of the South come out? 60s.
No idea. And I don't recognize these composer names at all.
Okay, I'm not
So
gonna do
yeah,
it.
so they must have been like from the movie world and like a one-off because it was like the live action hybrid.
Oh shoot.
Ali Rubel and Ray Gilbert,
Oh wow.
also
What if I just
known,
busted that out? Would you
I'd be like,
like?
what? Also known for songs like The Lady from 29 Palms and So Dear to My Heart. Don't know any of those things.
Don't know that either. And I just checked. Song of the South came out in 1946. It is
Whoa,
that
I
old.
didn't know it was
I was
that long
questioning
ago.
myself. Yeah.
46? Gosh.
That was
I was gonna
like
guess
World
maybe
War II world,
50s or
right?
something. Yeah.
Crazy.
Okay, so this one I'm really leaning on you to know it and the accuracy of it because I don't know it.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm really gonna read it monotone because I don't know the tune either. So the next finish the Disney Park attraction lyrics. It's fun to be free, to be on the move, to go anywhere with never a care, to do all there is to be done. What's the next line?
Oh no. I don't know that one at all. Do it one more time.
It's fun to be free, to be on the move, to go anywhere with never a care, to do all there is to be done. Next line.
Something that rhymes with care. Uh,
Do you
shoot.
do you know the attraction at all?
No, it doesn't even, it's not even ringing a bell.
Oh. I
Want to
don't
give me a
know if
hint?
you've been on it actually. You might
Oh,
have. I know I have not.
this must be Disney World.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay. This must be like a super obscure extinct attraction. What is it? I don't know this one.
World of Motion.
Dang it, I should have just said it out loud because you're talking about moving. So I was like, oh, I wonder if it's like
Oh,
World of
yeah.
Motion. I do believe I went, yeah, I went on World of Motion when I was a kid, but I couldn't remember any of that. Like I wasn't figuring
And
that stuff
now
out yet when I was
the
that young.
the test track they are refurbing is going to be a callback, right, to the original World of
Yes.
Motion.
Oh
So
yeah, they
that'll
might
be
bring back
exciting.
the song. Is this also
Ooh,
a Sherman Brothers song?
it is not.
Dang. Let's try to get
Um,
a sneak a
the
point in
song
there.
itself is called "It's Fun to Be Free." And that was the next part of the lyric, which is funny because I actually read it at the beginning. It just repeats the same. It's fun
I
to
bet
be
you
free.
it's in the Epcot Forever fireworks show.
Oh, it could be. You do know the composers though.
Okay,
At
it's
least
not
one of
Sherman
them.
Brothers. It must be Howard Ashman and
No,
no,
that was like
dang.
way before their time.
Um, yeah, when was World of Motion? It must have been opening day ride, right?
Is that late
Um,
70s, perhaps?
how do you know that I know it? Is it Buddy Baker? Buddy,
Yes. I
really?
almost spit my water out. How'd you know that? Buddy Baker. And there's a second composer who we've already talked about in the
George
game.
Bruns.
Nope.
No, somebody Exitensio.
Exitensio. Yep. Another notable song by Buddy Baker that I'm not familiar with is called The Saga of Windwagon Smith. Maybe that's like a
Oh,
Western or something. I'm not sure. Not a ride, though.
he also did Groom Grinning Ghost. I hope that's not part of your list. My bad.
Oops. You know what is really hard with this game is to find songs that were not written by the Sherman Brothers that are memorable
Right.
songs. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Just
this
keep
is one
guessing
of
Sherman
them.
Brothers for all the ones I don't know.
Okay, so I was going to do Haunted Mansion next. I'm going to mix that up somewhere else. Okay, how about it's the time of your life you don't want to blank. This one's stupid because that's like that's not enough lyrics. So I'll just give us the answer because it's interesting. It's from It's Tough to Be a Bug.
Oh, shoot.
I'm sure it has a song, right? Like especially when you're walking out, I just can't think of it. But
Yeah,
it's supposed to say
I
it's a
don't know
time
any of
of
the
your
music
life
from even the movie.
you don't want to
I still have
miss.
never seen it.
I can't believe you haven't seen A Bug's Life, but you've been on the ride several times or the show or whatever. I bet you can guess the composer though, even though you haven't seen the movie.
Howard Ashman and
Think a lot of Pixar movies, especially the first
oh,
dozen.
um, Pixar. Oh, shoot, Randy Newman.
Randy Newman. Yep. Also composed You Got a Friend in Me.
Do
Yep.
do 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 do.
So next time you're at Animal Kingdom, if It's Tough to Be a Bug is open that day, listen for the song, this theme song. That'd be interesting.
Yes.
All right. So let's go with it's hard to not sing the tune. Okay. I'm gonna make this really hard for you. Happy haunts materialize and begin to blank.
Oh my gosh, I have no idea. Might it be Socialize? Buddy Baker, Existencio, and Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, yep, you got all of
Yeah.
it. You got all of it.
Woo woo.
Into Begin to so can you sing that part?
Wait, which one? Oh, Grim Granny Ghosts come out to socialize. No, the other part. Happy materialize and begin to, oh, vocalize.
I was gonna say, I think you got it wrong. I think I heard socialize, right? Which is another part of the
And
song.
begin to vocalize.
And I had to second guess myself. You could hear my mouse clicking because I was like, wait a minute. Did I get it wrong again this
You did
time?
make it hard on me. You tricked me somehow. I don't know. I
Yep.
messed that one up.
I tried to not sing anymore before it because it was too easy. Ooh, okay. Okay. Let's see. How many of you listening said socialize or vocalize? Dun,
So many
dun.
people were like, Jen, seriously? Do you even like the Haunted Mansion? My bad. It's a rough day for
Okay, here's another one
Haunted
that I
Mansion
have
lyrics.
not, another attraction I have not been on. Perhaps you
God.
have.
Okay.
And okay, I'll just go. It goes, if we can dream it, then we can do it. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Have you ever blank?
Have you ever been over a friend's house to eat and the food just ain't no good? I mean, the macaroni soggy, the peas are mushed, and the chicken tastes like wood. No, I don't know
Wait,
this
what
one.
is that from?
That was
Correct.
Rapper's Delight.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Have you ever? No, no, this doesn't sound familiar either.
Any guesses on maybe the attraction? I'll say
Can
Disney
you
World.
repeat the phrase for me?
Yeah. If we can dream it, then we can do it, which is often mistaken for, well, Disney quote, right? And then, yes, we can. Yes, we can. Have you ever?
The double yes we can is very weird. I'm gonna guess this is also opening day Epcot attraction.
I think so. Yep.
Um, it sounds like it. Um, let's say it is. Wait a second. Okay, you've never been on it, which means it's also extinct.
Mm-hmm.
Could it be Kitchen Cabaret? I died.
No, but that's a cute one, and I forgot to add that to my game list.
Veggie,
Um,
veggie, fruit, fruit, veggie, fruit, fruit.
this one is from Horizons.
Ah, Horizons. Okay.
What is that?
Horizons is Ellen's Energy Cosmic
Oh,
Rewind.
shoot. Really? Oh my gosh. I was
Yeah.
thinking it's way over by the land. Okay. So it was over
Nope.
there. Yeah, and I
Mhm.
guess I had a theme song written by George Wilkins, who also wrote the theme song for Illuminations, Reflections of Earth
Oh,
at the Epcot Lagoon. But
beautiful.
yeah, the lyric was, have you ever looked beyond today into the tomorrow?
Oof. Yeah, no, definitely don't know that one.
You know what's funny is as much as I love these songs, especially the Sherman Brothers ones, they also had like out of the bag lyrics, like very similar
Yeah.
to one
Disney's
another.
always had their little grab bag, right?
Yeah. Dream it, looked into tomorrow, all these things. Okay. How about okay, here. This one is a fun one.
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna try not to sing it. Imagination. Imagination.
Imagination, because that's how normal people say that word.
A dream can be finish the lyrics.
Imagination. A dream, a dream, a dream for you. Wait, what? A dream, a dream, a dream can be
A
something?
dream can be.
A wish come true with just a spark for me and you.
These are hard because the exact lyrics are hard. We just sing whatever comes to mind when we're on the ride, right?
Yeah. I
And
am
it
like
works.
definitely guilty of making up my own words when I don't know it, just because I want to sing along with everything
Yeah,
I've
as
ever
long as
listened to in my
you're
whole life.
in tune and melody, that's all that matters. So
Okay,
this
a
one on a
dream can be
technicality.
a dream come true.
Uh-huh.
That's definitely a part in the song somewhere. Oh, that part was right?
That was right. Yeah, you said wish the first time, but it's dream twice. A dream can be a dream come true
Oh,
with just that
spark.
one spark in me and you. It's hard to,
How they fit that
it sounds
extra
like a
word in
jumble.
there
Yeah, I can't fit it.
with just that one spark. That's
In
too many
me and
words.
you. Is that it? Maybe there's different
For me
parts.
and you?
And me inside
In me
me.
and you. Okay, that
The
makes
spark
sense.
is inside of my
With
body.
just Oh,
Goodness,
is it
yeah.
just one spark maybe instead? With just one spark for me and you,
In me and
or in
you.
me and you.
I like our
It's
version
not just
better.
that one though, right?
According to the internet, it's
Oh, the internet.
with just that
With just
one
that one
spark.
spark. Oh, maybe it is. With just that
Oh,
one spark in me and you,
oh, there you go.
imagination. So this is from the many different iterations of the same title, Journey into Imagination, or Journey whatever, with Figment and without and whatever's going on over there. And this is definitely the Sherman Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little spark.
I always thought it was just
Now I'm
a
thinking, is it
spark.
little spark? With little spark? Now I gotta look it
No.
up. I gotta look it up.
It might be in other parts of the song too. You know how there's like they repeat lines, sometimes they change it a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah. Yep, Sherman Brothers, Journey into Imagination.
Excellent.
And let's see, what else do I want to give you? Let's try one more.
Okay.
This is another one I don't think I know.
Okay. Shoot.
Magic Journeys, Mystic Flights
Oh
on the
shoot.
Wings of
Mystic, what is it?
Magic
Magic Journeys,
Journeys,
Mystic
Mystic
Flights
Flights.
on the wings of real such great heights.
That's is that like a postal service song? I think.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
on
I'm
the
gonna guess that I don't know the lyrics as well. And I'm gonna guess that this is from Magic Journeys in Epcot, also by the Sherman Brothers.
No, so this apparently
No.
was the theme song that would close out the original version of Spaceship Earth.
Oh,
Yeah, so I
okay.
haven't been on that
Wasn't there an
version.
attraction at Epcot called Magic Journeys?
Magic
That's
Journeys, yeah,
interesting.
that's right.
Wow.
Um, and then it's On the Wings of Unexpected Sights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Written
Got it.
by, never heard of them, Ron Ovedia and Steve Scorisia.
Cool. I'm back to the just guess the Sherman Brothers when you don't know.
Oof, but that was hard. What songs didn't we do that are memorable Disney attraction songs? So we talked about Veggie Veggie Fruit Fruit.
Veggie
That's a
Veggie
good
Fruit
one.
Fruit's definitely that one. And they still play it on the hold music when you call Disney, which is hilarious because it's like
Oh,
super obscure in my brain at least. Um Miracles from Molecules is
molecules.
another great one. That's another, I believe that's Sherman Brothers
It
as
sounds like
well.
it's a Shermany. Shermany.
Yeah.
I
Shermany.
also haven't been on that attraction.
I mean, we gotta give credit to Tiki Room,
Oh, yep. Yep. Is that
right?
Sherman too?
Yep.
In the tiki
Yep.
tiki tiki tiki. Yeah, that between like that and Small World, well, and Pirates, there's a lot of ones that even non-Disney holics know or at least
Right, right.
recognize. Yeah.
That would be one. And the Tiki Room, I believe, I might need to fact check myself. It's all Sherman Brothers or like true Hawaiian music, like real
Oh, yeah.
songs from Polynesia and Hawaii and stuff. So it's kind of
You know
cool.
what
It's one or the
sucks?
other in there, I believe.
Since a lot of the newer rides are always now going to be based on intellectual property that exists, it's just going to keep using songs from the movies.
Yeah.
Like the Frozen ride is just from the movies and from the
Yep.
short film
No
and
more
all.
original anything.
Darn.
We need to get some original park rides in.
Yeah. I can't think of
Okay.
one. Can't think of one new ride that came out with a new theme song.
Okay, wait. Space Mountain. Can you sing it?
Wait, which version? I know the one that's like
Either one. Yeah. Get a surf guitar in
yeah.
there. Now, both of them are actually the same exact song. It's both the
Ooh.
Circus of Animals or whatever,
Mm.
the old classical piece, but it's either oh God, what's his name? Dale. Wait, that's Dale
Dick
McCannon. That's not
Dale,
him. Dick Dale, thank you. I had an opposite.
Dick
Dick Dale.
Down, Michael
Oh no, Mike is
Giacchino.
currently rubbing his face with a glass of ice water. Must be getting hot up in there. I feel so bad for you. So Dick Dale is the famous surf guitarist. And then they moved to Michael Giancano, who's done like tons of Marvel Cinematic Universe music and all sorts of other
Yeah. And is good
soundtrack
friends now
music.
with one of our Tiki friends, also, we learned.
Yes, right? Oh
One
yeah,
of,
and he
yeah,
didn't wait, was he saying he did the theme song for their
for their
bar or
bar.
something, right?
Yep. Yep.
Crazy. Oh, for a specialty drink.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
That's
so
cool. I still
cool.
need to get back out there and do that. I need to get out there, hit them up, get the drink, throw it away because I can't drink it, and then it'll be great. I'll bring some friends that can drink it. There we go.
Dun, dun.
Yeah, super super cool. So that what else is there?
You know, a California Screamin' had a similar fun Space Mountain type song, and it's gone now, I think, for Incredibles. It was like
They
very like
have that.
California
Yeah, it was like that
Beach Boys type
boardwalk
of it.
style
Oh yeah, in the
song.
beginning it'll be like
Yeah. And then
bing.
they changed it to like Red Hot Chili Peppers for a while. Do you
Oh,
remember that?
that's weird. I don't know. I don't think I remember that.
Yep. And
I
they
guess
they even did Space
California.
Mountain for Red Hot Chili Peppers for a while.
What? Oh, Rocket Mountain.
Rocket
Rock
Mountain.
hyphen
Yep.
IT,
Yep.
ROCKIT. Yep.
Rock it.
Rock it. Um, yeah, I
I'm
can't
trying to
think
think
of.
of around the lands. What other? So there's
Oh, you
Tiki
know
Room. Indiana
what could
Jones
have
is
been
again IP.
IP? We could have made 5 game questions out of just Country Bears Jamboree alone.
Aw,
Yeah, there's some
that's very
crazy
true.
songs in that one and crazy lyrics too.
Yes. All the guys that turn me on, turn me down. Just love that so
Well,
much.
the wonderful Sherman brothers came up a lot in this game. Like we said, they wrote a lot of the songs, but just recently we have lost Disney legend and the last remaining of the two brothers, Richard M. Sherman. So we
Yes,
thought it was
yes.
fitting to just do a little segment remembering Richard M. Sherman.
Yeah.
So the I was gonna say, I guess sad. The nice thing is he has so much in his portfolio. Like he left this earth with so much to give to
Right.
people to
And like
love and to love.
so can you imagine like some of the most memorable songs for people that aren't even Disney holics
Yeah.
are the Sherman Brothers songs. You know what
And
I
you
mean?
know
Like
the songs.
that's intense. Like the ones that get
Mhm.
stuck in your head, the ones you can't stand listening to, the
Yeah.
ones you love the most. Like it's all over the spectrum.
Some of the most classic Walt Disney movies. So,
Right?
a little bit about Richard Sherman. So he passed away at 95. Like, talk about
Nice.
living a full life.
That's a
95.
full life. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
He won multiple Academy Awards along with his brother, Robert Sherman, as the songwriting team, the Sherman Bros or the Sherman Brothers. Some of his
Bros.
career highlights and achievements: winning 2 Academy Awards for just Mary Poppins alone. And those songs are very memorable. He's received 3 Grammy Awards and has had 24 gold and platinum soundtrack albums.
Wow.
And not only theme parks and films, but also TV and Broadway are some of the projects that he has worked on. Some of those famous Mary Poppins songs: Spoonful of Sugar, Chim Chimmery, and earlier we said Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. He also did songs from Parent Trap, Jungle Book. Did you know that? I didn't know Jungle Book. I guess I'd never thought about it.
I did know that
Yeah,
one.
Jungle
Yeah.
Book. And Winnie the Pooh. I don't know if it was
Very
the act. Is
cute.
it the actual theme song or songs from it?
I
I
don't
don't
know,
remember.
actually. That one I didn't know till you said
Yeah.
it right now.
And some of the leaders of the Walt Disney Company today had really nice things to say. Like Bob Iger, the CEO, really praised all of his contributions and the legacy that he leaves with the Walt Disney Company. And then Pete Docter from Pixar, Chief Creative Officer, um, said, there's this quote: Richard had an infectious joy for light. I mean, for life, infectious joy for life and professional optimism.
Aw.
Yeah, I like that. Like professional optimism. That's like the another way of saying like like good work ethic, but
I was
nice.
gonna
Yeah, I would
just
say.
say I'm 100% putting that on my resume after we get off
There
of
you
this
go.
podcast episode.
But but I am known for my infectious joy for life and professional optimism. Do you know where he was born?
Um, I do not. I'm gonna guess New York.
Yeah, New York City.
Ah, yes, I did
Yeah,
know it. I remember hearing a bit about it.
1928, if you do the math. 1928.
Ooh, what else happened in 1928?
Yeah, isn't that like Great Depression when in the
Oh,
Oh, what were you
I was
going for? I'm just remembering this movie in New York City based in the Great Depression where the
my
little kid
face.
was cutting out magazine pictures of food and eating it because they had no
Oh,
food.
stop.
I forgot the name of the movie. It was good. We had to watch it in school.
Oh my God. No, I was going the Mickey Mouse route, but okay.
Oh, whoops. Yep. Okay.
Hilarious. That's so
In
funny.
1937. Oh, that's like less than 10 years. And he must have just been 9 or something. He moved. Do you know where he moved to?
Los Angeles.
Yes. Can you get more specific?
He moved to
Mm-hmm.
Glendale,
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it.
Burbank.
Oh no, Beverly Hills,
Oh, but
baby.
excuse
Beverly
me.
Hills.
Okay.
Yeah, I was wondering, was it real fancy in
Oh yeah, it was
1937?
Beverly Hills as we know it today. Back then, I don't know.
Yeah, I
Good
don't
for
know.
him.
Did you know, speaking of, it was Memorial Day weekend, last weekend. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to all our service people.
Mm-hmm.
He served in the US Army.
I did not know that.
Yeah, look at that. And then he went to Bard College to major in,
Composing.
yep, music.
Film.
Yeah, music.
Music.
One of the very few people that I know, I don't know him, but a few people who actually have a job in what they majored in, what their degree is in.
Right. That ended up in it. Yeah.
Yeah, so good for him following through. And then one of his songs that helped him, break through into the industry was a song called Tall Paul, like the name Paul, recorded by Annette Funicello. Ba-dum-bum. Yeah.
Oh,
So there goes the Disney family coming together.
very
Let's see,
cool.
what else do I know about him? Over 200 songs he's written for films and TV. And, as much as we want everyone to only work within Disney, he has done some notable things outside of Disney,
Mm-hmm.
including the music for Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, which I actually
Cute.
thought was Disney up until now,
I think I did too.
right? Like even the poster seems Disney. Um,
Right.
and Charlotte's Web. Oh, we love Charlotte's Web, the original
Oh, okay.
animated.
Didn't
Yeah.
know that at all.
Mhm.
That's very cute.
He was also recognized internationally around the world. He won the first prize at a Moscow Film Festival over in, I think maybe it was the USSR back in those days. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
definitely
Russia.
right.
Yep. And then he still kept working. So, we know that he became a Disney legend in 1990. He entered the Songwriters Hall of Fame in 2005. So look at him going into the next millennium, even. He was honored with the National Medal of the Arts in 2008. And then he continued creating music well into the 2010s, all the way up to contributing to that Once Upon a Studio short from
Wow, that was
2023.
recent.
Yeah. So, and
Oh my
apparently,
gosh, so into his 90s.
yeah,
He's
into his
like John
90s.
Williams too, right? Like all these now I should have gotten into music because it seems like composers like love their jobs, right?
They
And
seem
like
to,
live
yeah.
forever.
So much like creativity you can put into it.
Yeah, wow, that's really cool.
He also had a television special produced by another Disney legend that you like, Don Hahn.
Aw.
This TV special was in 2015 called Richard M. Sherman Songs of a Lifetime. It was a chronicle of his music.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wait, what is this?
It was on PBS. Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Documentary?
The documentary, yeah, produced by Don Hahn.
Yeah, Don Hahn is good with his documentaries. Oh my goodness. The Howard one. Oof. I'm gonna look this up on my computer right now. Remind me what it is called again.
It's called Richard M. Sherman Songs of a Lifetime in on PBS. It was when it debuted in 2015.
Excuse my typing, everybody. I just need to add this to my computer before I forget. Got it. Okay. Okay, I'm definitely gonna watch this. This
There you go.
seems like something I need to have in my life.
Wow. So he also wrote a new song as recently as 2023
Come
for an
on.
animated short film called Mushka's
Gosh.
Lullaby. I don't think I've seen this, but that animated short was created by another Disney legend, Andreas
Oh
Deja.
wow.
Yeah, 2023. It said he wrote new lyrics for the live action version of Jungle Book in 2016, directed by um Mandalorian dude. What's his name? John
Oh, wait.
Favreau. John Favreau.
Oh, yes, yes, the director,
Yep.
sorry.
So he did that. Yeah, he was working right up until the final note was played. I just made it up right now.
Aww. Aw, that's so sad.
Yeah. His wife is apparently still alive, named Elizabeth. And then he has a
Wow.
son, Gregory, and a lot of grandchildren. He has a daughter as well.
Wow. I
And it's,
actually thank you for sharing all of that. That was
yeah.
really cool to take a
And
moment
if
out
anyone
to.
does want to pay respect for him, unfortunately, they're doing a private funeral Friday, May 31st at Hillside. So don't go crash that. But Disney said they are announcing some sort of celebration of life at a later date. So probably for like locally and employees and
Aw,
anyone else who was a fan. Yeah.
that's very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
You've met him before or
Yeah,
seen
I've met
him
him
in
a couple
person? Yeah.
times. You even been in the room with him. Do you remember this?
I remember being in front of the castle, Disney Castle. It was the
Oh my God, the
50th,
60th
60th,
anniversary of
and he was
Disneyland, and we
playing
were
music.
crying.
Uh-huh. And then they had the Mary
And
Poppins Broadway actress come out and she sang with him. Feed the Birds, I
yes,
think. Yep.
and many people at that didn't know who he was were like, "Who is this old man coming
Oh
out to play the
no.
piano?" They're all tired and frustrated, and we're like, "Wait, that's Richard Sherman, and he's playing Feed the Birds," and we're all crying.
We're like, where's Justin Timberlake and Christina
Yeah,
Aguilera?
right. We're all trying to guess who's going to be with the piano out there. That was hilarious.
Oh
Elton
man.
John, Sir Elton John.
Sorry.
Um, but yes, that time was one time that you saw him, but we were in a smaller room with him as well, and I kept trying to go talk to him, and I chickened out. Do you remember
Oh
this?
shoot, I don't. Was it at a
It was pretty
D23
recent. It
Expo?
was 2022.
Oh, I
It
can't
was
remember.
for the window ceremony, the Main Street window ceremony for Dave Smith. And they did that
Oh,
presentation in Great
yeah.
Moments with Mr. Lincoln, and Richard Sherman was there. So I've seen him like the couple of times I have talked to him are usually in passing like that. Like he would show up to a fan event, which is super cool because Dave Smith, I'm sure he was like his, colleague and friend through meeting him through working for
Oh,
Disney.
I was
And
just gonna ask why was he there? Okay.
I'm sure he just showed up for support. He just seemed involved, right? He was
Yeah.
at a ton of the Walt Disney Family Museum events. So I saw him a lot at the museum. I seen him do a probably a couple times do a speaking portion of a talk at the Walt Disney Family Museum, presentation wise. Um, and I think the longest conversation we had with him was with Danielle at one of the very first D23 expos. Like I think it was the second D23 expo. That was like when it was still pretty small, and you could go up to the stage when it was over to meet these legends. And like we got to talk to Richard Sherman. We also talked to Alice Davis at that same one. So it's just like these moments that you can't even get anymore. They were so special back then, but the fandom was a lot smaller back then than it is now. So you just had access. But like I said, Richard Sherman just seemed to be in a lot of places. I would see him pop up, and I was like, oh my God, like the Sherman brothers, like representing right now. Like that's
Yeah,
so
good for
cool.
him.
Yep. Yep. So that was really, really neat to be able to just be in the room with these people, and like to see them being there to just enjoy the same thing you're there to enjoy. I thought that was really cool too. That means he's like a fan and like cares
Yeah.
about the people he
He
worked
truly was a
with and
Disney-holic.
stuff. Yeah.
Even as someone who was involved in everything, he didn't lose the joy. Oh, just like what's his name said, the Pixar guy, joy, infectious joy.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh, professional optimist. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It feels like this loss was kind of one of those things where you go, oh, and then you go, it's okay. Like, you just
Yeah.
feel good because they had like such a insanely amazing life that it's like, let him like
Yeah.
rest, it's almost like that. It's like, it's okay. Um, but it is sad that we won't be able to bump into his shoulders anymore at the parks or at events. So miss that piece.
R.I. Rest in magic. Oh,
Yes.
no. Yeah, that's Rim. No, we don't like that. Rip.
Rim.
R.I.P.
No, that's weird. Odd
So
thing.
while we're on a somber note, I thought it'd be interesting to look back at some or highlight some of the other Disney legends who have already went on to greener pastures. It's crazy that we're already losing and we have lost Disney legends. And future podcasters like 50 years from now are going to be talking about some of the ones we've seen on stage, going on to the next attraction on the other side.
Right.
But speaking of Mary Poppins, which the Sherman brothers were involved in, earlier this year, actually in January, we lost Disney legend Glynis Johns. So she's the one that played Winifred Banks and sang that song, the suffragette song in the beginning of Mary
Yep.
Poppins with the hat and the sash. So that actress passed away, 100 years old.
100. See,
Yep.
Disney keeps you young. That's when people don't believe my age, they just say like, "What's your secret?" or whatever. I'm like, Disney. I swear, like that's the only thing I've got. So it's got to be it. Like
Keeps me a century. That's an entire century of life. Okay.
childlike wonder. It's amazing.
There are other Disney legends who have come and gone. Rolly Crump. I think we even did an
Hmm.
episode on that when he passed.
Yeah, that was a
Um,
recent one.
93. Another one
Yeah.
that lived real long. Yep. Oh shoot. I didn't realize she was a Disney legend. Barbara Walters. And I forgot she
Oh,
died. Oh, I'm like a huge The
she was
View
also super
fan.
old too, right?
93. Yep.
Wow.
And she would still show up on The View and talk with the ladies
Yeah,
and
she was
do
everywhere.
these news specials 2020 and all that. There's another Disney legend that's no longer with us that we did an episode about also, Alice Davis.
Hmm.
Yep. Disney legend Alice Davis, Imagineer, designer. She did like the small world costumes, right? Among many
Hmm.
things.
Lots of different costumes. Yeah.
93.
93. Awesome.
93. And then here we go, 96-year-old Disney legend Angela Lansbury, Mrs. Potts, Murder She Wrote,
Oh,
and all kinds of other things,
Murder
bed
She
knobs and
Wrote.
broomsticks.
Love it.
Yeah, 96, Disney legend. Wow. So yeah, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think about life? This is making me reflect on life. Oh, you
I
know what
know.
else?
I'm like, don't ask me that.
Uh, Betty White, that was a big one. Yeah, that
Oh,
was a big
wasn't she
one.
like 99 or
She was
something?
so beloved. She was, I think, a few days or weeks away from her 100th
Yeah,
birthday.
right.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
sucks.
New
Um,
Year's Eve 2021, she passed.
Moments like these just keep reminding me to go do, and it's not even just like you don't know when life is going to be over for you. It's more like you don't know when it's going to be over for other people also. Like go do the
Yeah.
things you want to see and want to hear. If you are someone like me that's interested in hearing from the mouths of these Imagineers, go see them. Don't sit it out. Like there's a few of them that are, still around that worked with Walt Disney. They are getting old, so we all know
Yeah.
it's inevitable at this point. Go see them. Don't wait. Like
Like
go.
we're
If you
lucky they're
haven't and
hanging
you really
on
care about it,
to
just
this
go.
age. Go now. Yeah, go
Make it
see
a
them.
thing. Hmm.
I
And
just
like
saw, oh, go ahead.
it's just anything else involved with that too. Like just make sure that you get in the things that you want to do with these people in life just because you just don't know. And like especially when you can see it in the near
Yeah.
future, like that's even more of a flag for you to make sure that you don't sleep it. Because I keep hearing that from people like, oh, I never got to hear them play music or I never got to see, but there's
Yeah.
been opportunities, like just do it. Go by yourself.
Especially
Call me up. I'll go with you. Like, let's do it.
especially like you said, music, like live performances. I just watched
Hmm.
a video interview with Cher, And she's like 500 years old. I love her so much. She's still funny. She's like dating this younger man. She's living her best life. And she had said, like, someone asked, what is your advice or something for life? And she said, when you're thinking of doing something, stop thinking, just do it.
Yes,
Just do it. There's
100%.
there's no other time. You'll never know. It's not
You know,
guaranteed.
not to get too sidetracked on that, but I can remember when I switched from being able to, or like not being able to do things alone and then being able to do things alone. It made a huge difference in my life because if you constantly are waiting for other people to do things because you're uncomfortable being alone, you're going to miss a lot. And then I just
Yeah.
stopped doing that. And I always prefer to be with people, but if I cannot and I'm going to miss it, I'll just go by myself. And
Go by
I've seen
yourself.
so
Yeah.
many things alone because of that situation that like I know I could never get that time back, you know? So like get over that if that's what you need to do. Like
Yeah.
just do things in life. Um
Also,
I
if
did want
you
to share
if you hold yourself back because you're waiting for someone, you'll end up resenting that person and they don't even know
that
why.
too, that too.
Yeah.
And really you can only blame yourself.
Yeah. And you
So
just
if
have to
your
rip off
friends
the
can't make
band-aid,
it or
right?
whatever,
Just do it. When I
do
went to
it.
my first concert by myself, I felt so dumb. And then 2 minutes in, I was like, oh, I'm so glad I'm by myself because I could
Yeah, I'm
just
like, oh,
let
this is
myself
actually
go.
amazing.
Yeah. Like my body was just feeling everything. I didn't have to worry about anybody else. It was great.
Yep, yep. It's actually, I mean, I've grown very fond of doing things alone. Like I'll get excited about going to Disneyland alone. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
it's it's a whole thing and it's not for everyone, but I swear if you can like for instance, if you live in the Bay Area and there's a talk at the Walt Disney Family Museum with an Imagineer you would love to hear from, it's like 4 hours max out of your day and you don't have anybody to go, just do it alone. Like it's those little things, go do it. It's not going to hurt that bad. And then you'll start getting used to it. And then you'll start being like, oh, this is actually great. And
Yeah.
sometimes I don't even ask people because it is also a hassle as an adult to make plans with other adults. I'm just like,
Yeah,
I'm
it
just going to go by
is.
myself. Yep. Um, yeah. And then before we wrap on Richard Sherman entirely, I wanted to bring up one other thing. There was this tour I went on. This is now, I don't know, like 5, 6 years ago, probably. And it was called The Spoonful of Sherman.
Ooh.
And this was put on by Robert Sherman's son. His name is also Robert Sherman. So he's the
Oh, Junior,
Robert
second.
Sherman II or whatever. And I think this was only over in Europe, if I'm not mistaken. They went on tour in Europe, but it's basically a play put together with a bunch of the different songs from the Sherman Brothers. And I'm wondering if this is going to start
Oh.
popping back up now. Um,
They should put that in Hyperion Theater, just like all the Sherman Brothers
yeah, heck yeah.
songs.
The description of it on their website says a smash hit show for all the family with music from Oscar winning Disney songwriters, the Sherman Brothers, Tin Pan Alley songwriter Al Sherman, and present day composer Robert J. Sherman, which is his son. So,
Son. Oh, okay.
um, yeah, so he's now taking over the composer title for the family. So it sounds like
Wow.
they've got a lot going on. And the tour that I went on was, I know I've talked about the Waltland tour that Bob Gurr put on, where they kind of take you around a lot of significant locations that you could see Disney history being made. But this was very similar, but it was Sherman Brother related. So you went to like the Sherman Brothers house and you went to different locations where their music was first played and where Mary Poppins had its debut and all that fun stuff, right? But one of the coolest moments was when we went into the home. It was no longer the Sherman Brothers. It was a woman. She's this beautiful older lady. And I think she collected menorahs because there was like 7,000 menorahs around her house. It was actually kind of crazy, but it was very pretty. Like menorahs, I think are beautiful anyway. So
Yeah.
like there was just like menorahs everywhere. And the woman gracefully walked through and invited us all into her home. It was like a bus load of people. And we got to go in her home. And now this was the previous home of the Sherman Brothers where they wrote all the music for Mary Poppins. So we got to stand in the living room where the piano was when they wrote all the soundtrack for Mary Poppins and a ton of other stuff like, Disney park related and all sorts of stuff in there. But it was something about it was like, I don't know, you had the feels when you were in there for whatever reason. It was like very I don't know, it hit. if that makes sense. It was just like, wow, there's like, this is just this little home here. And I think it was like in Hollywood or somewhere close to there, maybe Burbank. Um, and it's just, this woman now owns it and she knows the history that happened in her house and she's like happy to share it with others. And
It's
which is really
almost the
cool.
opposite of a haunted house. It's like a magic house, like special.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the most happiest haunts of
Yeah.
haunted
Oh,
houses.
to vocalize.
Socialize, let's vocalize. But yeah, you can check out that. Maybe keep tabs on it. I have a feeling it's probably going to, spike up something after Richard Sherman's passing. Robert Sherman passed quite some time ago now. But his son is very dedicated into continuing their legacy. So
It'd
we'll
be
have to
nice
see if
if
anything comes out of that.
Disney added that PBS special to Disney Plus. Like right
Yes,
now would be a good
yeah,
time. Yeah.
that would be great.
Well, I didn't want to leave out some of our other favorites. So there's a handful of other Disney legends we lost over the last like 10 years. I won't go so far back. But a lot of these we did episodes on, which is interesting. So, which means our podcast has been around longer than I thought.
Right?
Um, or we've went back and talked about them. So Dave Smith, archivist, who we've met, we got autograph from
Mm-hmm.
him at the expo. So yeah, Dave Smith passed at 78. Why does that feel
Mm-hmm.
young
Okay.
now after hearing all the
I
95-year-olds?
know. Oh my God.
Oh, this one hurts my heart. Stan Lee, Marvel,
Stanley.
creator of everything from like
Oh,
Spider-Man
I
to
was just talking
X-Men.
about this the other day.
Yeah. He was 90 on 90. Hold on, it's telling me in Spanish. 95. He
95.
was
Wow.
95, yeah. And that was, well, that was in 2018. And then we also lost Disney legend X Atencio, who came up a lot in our song game as well.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how old he was?
Oh man. So the last time I saw him was 2000 and probably 13 or something like that. And he was walking the red carpet at the Pirates of the Caribbean, and we were like
Oh, wow.
screaming for him, and everybody was like, "What the heck are these girls yelling at? He's not some hot celebrity guy. He's like an old man with a cane." He's like, he looked pretty old already then. So I'm gonna say he was 97.
Oh, very close. 98.
Oh, 98 was what I
Wow.
was gonna say. I should have
Get
just gone for
almost
it.
another century there. I knew he did a lot of stuff in the parks, but I didn't know that he also worked on the movies. So things like Pinocchio, Fantasia, that is
Yeah,
pretty
it's
cool.
almost fair to say anyone from that era of Disney worked on all of the things.
Yeah.
It was so much smaller back then.
We also lost another Imagineer, Disney legend Marty Sklar.
Yes.
He was 83.
You and
So
I both saw his final talk
oh,
at
yeah, that's
D23
right.
Expo. Yep.
Oh my God. Okay, this is a now I'm taking it back. Yeah, I'm not going to the expo. And I feel stupid after we said, just go. You're gonna miss everything. A lot of these stories we're talking about happened at these type of events, these fan events,
Yeah.
where you get
Yeah,
to
we've
meet
already brought it
fans.
up like 10 times today. I'm just saying.
Oops. Well, maybe they'll go to D23 Brazil, which by the way is in November. I'm still going, but they still have not announced like tickets or anything, and it's stressing me out.
Oh. Mm.
So yeah. Anyways, Marty Sklar, we lost him. And then there's some other Disney legends that I forgot were Disney legends that when I'm looking at this list, just were just stabs in the heart. Disney legend Robin Williams.
Oh.
That's a very
Yeah, it's a
sad
sad
one.
one.
Yeah. And we'll
He
end
was
on that sad
young
one.
too. How old was he? Like
Oof.
63 or something?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
I don't know how old he was. He was pretty young.
Gosh. Genie. Forever the genie in my mind. But yeah, so on that note, it's nice to remember the legends and then also appreciate the legends that are with us now, like we've been saying. So hopefully people do that. Today's episode was melancholy, but also celebratory. And we also had fun by remembering a lot of the songs that some of these people contributed to, like Ex Essentio and the Sherman Brothers from all the different rides.
Yes. Well, thank you all for listening, and we hope you enjoyed episode 191 of the Disney Holics Show.
Follow us on social media at the Disneyholics.
And if you'd like to get in touch, send us a DM on Instagram or contact us at thedisneyholics.com.
Okay,
Okay,
bye.
bye.